This is Benjamin and Jett from Joys of Pickleball. We've got our tournament recap today. If you saw in the last video, we had a tournament this weekend. We just want to talk about how it went and how did it meet our expectations, all that good stuff. So, Jett, you want to talk about what happened when we got there?
Yeah, so pretty much when we got there, there was this whole thing where you had to sign in. They gave you a name tag, and if you were a player, you had your name tag on. And
I got a note about that. I show up. You and your mom got there first.
Yeah.
I go to get my name tag, and they're like, "There's no Benjamin Barber registered. We have a Jeff Barber." I'm like, "You mean Jett?" They're like, "No, Jeff." I'm like, "There is no Jeff Barber. There should be a Benjamin and a Jett." So they had to scratch my original name tag. It was either that or I was going to have to play as Jeff the whole day, which would be kind of annoying. Yeah. So anyway, sorry for the interruption.
But when we got there, so they pretty much there was two tournaments, 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
For our division.
Yeah, for our division. And so the 8 o'clock wasn't done with their tournaments yet, so we pretty much had to like
stand around,
wait for like about 15 minutes, 30.
Which is kind of to be expected, I guess. Nothing ever goes on time.
Yeah. And then we got onto the court and started warming up.
And we're waiting for our court assignments. Remember the Stampede? They had, it's under construction right now. They're building new pickleball courts, which is awesome, and a new tennis court. So half the complex is fenced off. There was like one gate that everybody had to go in and out of through the courts. And the person that was running our division decided to stand in the middle of the gate, and like people are trying to come in and out, and
it was
chaos. It was chaos. But after a few minutes, they figured it out, and we moved on to one of the courts, and it went smoothly from there.
Yeah. So in our first match, we got paired up with each other,
which was awesome.
Yeah. And
were you nervous going into that? Like,
no, because while we were doing warm ups, we played a game of skinny singles, and then I dinked around with the other.
Well, you know what I've been working on forever is my serve. Like, I had a terrible serve, so I've hit over 1,000 balls, buckets of balls by myself. Yeah. So my first serve, I donked into the net. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't.
I served one into the net and I served one out, and then I just centered my chi, and I was golden for the rest of the tournament. I don't think I had a bad serve after that.
Yeah, but pretty much we smoked the first person.
I think it was like 15-6 or 7 or something. Yeah. It wasn't even close. Yeah. So we were feeling pretty good at that point. We're like, yeah, we got this, right? Mm-hmm. So we won that one, and then immediately we were into our next game, and we got split up for the rest of the tournament. And then we had round 2. You won. Yeah. Do you remember the score?
I think it was 15-10.
Yeah, I think I won like 15-9. And then round 3, that was where the drama started.
Yeah.
What happened on round 3?
So me and him went against each other. And so we're just playing. And when the game got over, I smoked his team 15-6.
Yeah, 15-6. And I would like to just talk about the round robin format.
Yeah.
A lot of who wins has to do with who you get for a partner win, right? If you get like one of the weaker players in your bracket and you're playing a weaker team, then it's fine. But if you get a weaker partner and you're up against 2 of the top tier players or upper tier players, it's really going to struggle. So that's what happened round 3. I lost to Jett. It was a good game though. We were getting smoked, and then we came back and got a few points. But that's the thing I kind of don't like about rally scoring, is that I think and maybe this isn't true, but just my perception is it seems to reward very conservative play, especially at our level.
And very lucky plays.
Yeah, just keep the ball in, wait for the other team to make a mistake. Like, I don't know. I just feel like when it's normal serving and you can only score when you have the serve, it's a different style of play.
It's more like competitive.
Yeah. So it was still fine.
Yeah.
Oh, round 2, I forgot to tell. I went against your mom.
Yeah.
I went against Jett's mom, and it did not end well for her.
Yeah.
So then, round 4 and 5, miraculously, I don't know how.
But we got buys.
Yeah, so
we
we're
didn't
just
lose a
sitting
game.
there.
We didn't lose a game except him.
Except, yeah, I lost that one. We were sitting there watching for probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're like,
got cold, just sitting there.
Yeah, and we're like.
But we knew Jett was tied for first because he had maximum number of points.
And so we went into 6th round. It was a rematch versus me and him. And so
I would like to just say, if I was running the tournament and I saw father and son were in the running to get like podiums, I would have put them on the same team.
Yeah.
Because it puts you in a really bad situation. Like, I know that if Jett wins, he's going to get first, but at the same time, like I don't want to throw the game. That's not fair to the other competitors. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to you.
Yeah. But he beat me 15-12.
Hard fought game. Yeah. You guys were up for a minute too, right?
Yeah.
And then I went on a tear with my serve. I think I got like 6 or 7 points on my serve.
Yeah, my and that's the thing about rally scoring. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if your teammate's bad, you know you're gonna lose because it don't matter if you're serving.
Because they're just gonna exploit them. Yeah, you're not gonna see the ball. You might get a serve, but they're only gonna hit it to you when they have to, and then they're just gonna pick on the other guy, right?
Yeah, but pretty much my teammate hit it out almost every shot.
Yeah, that was tough. Like, and he was trying to like take control, and he was clearly the inferior player.
Yeah,
just because he was an older guy.
Yeah. So, one of the plays,
I hit like a weird slice.
Yeah, and then
his teammate, your teammate, says out, 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 and what happened?
And
the ball dropped like right on the line, like 2 feet behind the net, and you were standing there, and you didn't even swing at it because he had called it out, but it ended up being in. It was right on the line.
I think it was your partner that did that.
Was it?
Yeah, your part. So like this was the court. Your partner tried to hit it over, and the wind just took it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing we forgot to talk about: the 20-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Which was good for us because we're kind of nuts. So we'll play as long as it's not like 25 plus, and you can actually hit the ball. We'll play like 17, 18, 20 even sometimes. Just because. What's our thought on that?
Well, you're gonna have to learn to adapt to that if you're gonna play in tournaments because some tournaments they won't cancel it because of and all the people who like to play indoors and don't play on like
windy days. Yeah. So it was an advantage for us. I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah.
After we won that first game, I was like, we got a shot here. Like, we got a real shot. We were definitely in the division we need to be in. We have experience playing in the wind, and it was really just, are the cards going to fall the right way for the lineups to be favorable to us?
And yeah, so after that, we ended up waiting for like 20 minutes,
and
then we did the
raffle, which was cool. They had a raffle for the Boys and Girls Club. Like we said in a previous video, this was to raise money for the Boys and Girls Club. So they had different things you could bid on with raffle tickets. I think we got like $20 in raffle tickets. We didn't win anything, but they had a full spread barbecue, like hot dog sandwiches, cookies, chips, and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't very hungry at the time because I was exhausted.
Yeah, and eating at imagine eating a hot dog before you play a pickleball game.
Yeah, because their official lunch was at 10:30. Yeah. Like a half hour before we started. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat anything.
I decided like that's just stupid to do.
And I don't know why. We only played like 4 games, and I was exhausted. But I was playing like max effort, right? I was running down everything and like.
Oh, and the one thing about it is, I'm pretty sure the worst players got so their lowest score they got
a prize.
No, like so their lowest score got out like. Say you lost 15-12, well, that 12, they move out and just...
I think that was for other divisions where they had odd numbers of groups because some people ended up playing 6 games in 7. Ours was even. They didn't do that. Otherwise, you would have got first. They would have thrown out your 1 loss, and you would have been perfect score.
Yeah, well, so would have the other guy.
Yeah, you would have tied for first.
Yeah, tied.
Yeah. So yeah, they ended up doing that for. I think it was the 2-5 to 3 division had like 7 teams, or it ended up oddball. But anyway,
yeah.
So they did the raffle. We're standing there waiting for them to announce because we have no idea. Like we don't see the scores. We don't know who's got what. And they announced the first place winner for our division, and it's not us.
Yeah.
Some guy that I don't even remember playing. I don't remember seeing him.
I know you beat him. I watched you beat him 15-14.
Oh, was that the guy I barely beat? Oh,
Yeah.
so it must have been the match before I played you.
I think he was with your mom.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
it was all a blur. I was just so focused on getting to the next point and winning the next point. Like I just zoned out.
Yeah.
But so then they announced the second one, and it's Jett.
Yeah.
Jett podiums in his first ever pickleball tournament. So everybody's like politely clapping as they're announcing the awards. Jett gets silver. The whole place goes nuts. There's like, I don't know. There's like 50 people, and they're all like, most of us in our 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
It's pretty old.
And
everybody's going nuts because everybody loves Jett.
Okay, here's the 3.0 and the 3.5 speed. The first one, Stan, first place, Jett.
Woo! Second place. Good job, Jett.
Rhonda P.
Jett got second place. Are you happy? Yeah.
Good job, buddy. Like you're the only kid I really know that plays regularly.
Yeah.
So that was super cool.
Yeah.
That was super cool. But there was some drama. So when I beat Jett, his mom was a little upset. She's like, he needed that win to get first. And I was like, yeah, but. And so the insinuation was that I should maybe throw the game or throw a few points to make it closer or whatever. And I want to hear from you guys in the comments. As a parent, what would you do? You're both in the tournament. You're both playing to improve. It's your first tournament. Are you playing for the win, or are you going to lollipop some balls in your kid's lap to let him get a trophy that he may or may not deserve? So
and it wasn't even a trophy, it was just a rag.
Yeah, so we talked about the prizes. He got second place. There were no trophies, no medals. We kind of knew that going in.
And
I got
a bag tag.
A bag tag, which are pretty cool. The little tags you put on your pickleball bag, and you put your name, address, and stuff in it.
And what's the best thing about it is those towels don't tell you what place you got on them, but the bag tag does.
Does it really?
Yeah, it tells you.
We need to get a picture of that for the website and stuff. That's hilarious.
It says second place in Bye Bye Birdies tournament, but if you got a towel, it doesn't say first place in Bye Bye Birdies.
Yeah, I think they just made a bunch of those. But I told Jett even after I beat him and that he probably wasn't going to get first. Like, I was super proud of how you did. Like, you had to battle back. You could have just been like, oh, it's windy and I have these bad partners and this is not fun. But you had a good time and you did really good, right?
Yeah, and
so what do we know from our result? So I had 1 loss to the guy that got second. We don't know what place I came in, but
we think he got like 4th or 5th because he only had 1 loss.
Yeah, I was one of the few people that had one.
But that loss could have been major because it was 15-6.
Yeah, it was 15-6.
So you could have got like 6 or 7.
Yes, somewhere between 4 and 6. I felt pretty good about that for my first tournament. Like, so yeah, he got a bag tag and a towel. I got a towel as a gift from the president of the pickleball club, just as kind of as a thank you.
So did I. I got a towel from Jay.
Yeah, from Jay. It was really cool. And then after that, Dad went home and iced his knees because I could barely walk. I was literally, it was like I was back in full competition mode. And I had so much fun. Like, I want to do it again.
Yeah. You know what's funny? as soon as we got home, I asked my mom, "Can I go on the dink wall?" I'm not kidding.
That's funny.
Yeah, because I was like ready. That was so much fun.
Yeah. So maybe tease the tournament that you got coming up.
Yeah, because I actually have a tournament in Las Vegas, but it's not really. It's a round robin, still the same, but it's at the Plaza Hotel.
Yeah, for your he's taking lessons from one of the pros up there, right?
Yeah, he's like a 5.0, and then there's a girl that's a 4.5.
So they're gonna put him in this tournament against. Is it gonna be kids or just anybody that is like 3.0 to 4.0?
I think it's 3.0 to 4.0. But if they put kids, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah. So anyway, they're gonna give him a little shakedown cruise, see how it goes, see where he actually is really at. But I think after this tournament, if the people are legitimately that we were playing are legitimately 3.0 to 3.5, we showed that we're the cream of the crop of the 3.5s.
We're at least 3.5.
And the guy, and one of the guys that was in the 3.0 to 4.0 tournament who got silver. Now this is a small sample size because I've only played him probably 5 times ever. But he got second in the higher division, and we've beat him before. Like,
and it wasn't he had a bad teammate. He had like an elder teammate, but he was pretty
they were good players. So
yeah,
we feel like we're improving. I know what I need to work on coming out of that. I just need to keep grooving my serve. I need to keep working on my fast hands. I felt like my dinks were okay. Drops were pretty much out of the. It was so windy. It was like too risky. If you were windy or back, your drops were going to be long and get crushed. If you were into the wind, you were risking having it blow back onto your side. So it was just safer to top spin drive and just get it on the court.
And you know what's funny? My mom before the game, she was like, "Let's practice dinks," and my dad was like, "Dinks aren't helpful in this."
Nobody's going to dink in this tournament. I think I hit maybe 4 dinks the entire time. Immediately they'd speed up like a 2-foot-high ball and it would sail out of bounds.
Yeah, I probably did like 1 cross-court dink and like 0
I think that time would have been better spent doing fast hands.
Yeah, because those when we were playing, they don't really like to dink.
No, they accelerate anything because they don't have drop shots. Yeah. So it's always a 3rd shot drive. And then even if you do dink, if it's anywhere off like a foot off the ground, they're going to try and drive it anyway.
And 4 people from that tournament were from Sudlink. And if you know how Sudlink is, there's no dinking at all.
Yeah, it's all blaster ball.
It's all blaster ball. You pretty much need to know fast hands to go there.
Which is the way I look at it is I just played whatever my opponent's playing. I'm like, okay, this guy's going to be a banger. Let's work on fast hands and resets and counterpunching.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get down on them. Or it's the same thing like when you have a bad, like if you get paired up with a partner that's maybe not as good as you are, you're just like, okay, well, I just have to step up my game for this game because I have to help carry the load. I don't look at it as like, oh no, I'm going to lose. I just look at it as a growing experience.
You gotta look at it from the positive side.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all we got for this update. Like I said in the last video, we are going to Red Rock for the PPA tour in St. George. April 8th. We'll be there that Saturday. Well, actually, we'll be there Friday the 7th. We're staying the night. And then Saturday is the day we have tickets. So look forward to that. Don't forget to subscribe. And again, let us know in the comments. Do you let the kid win or you go for the gold? Thanks.